What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope this video finds you well. And with the Summer Game Fest being what it is, and with Capcom having their showcase on the 13th, and with me still having hopes that they show Dragon's Dogma 2 in any way, shape, or form, I've always thought about what type of monsters I would like to see in Dragon's Dogma 2. And so I kind of made a list, a 5-tier list of what monsters I would love to see in Dragon's Dogma 2. And I literally spent the last week when I came up with this idea to try to make a script for you guys on like a top 5, and I just can't. And so this is gonna be like more of a discussion, but yeah, here it is. These are the top 5 monsters I would love to see in Dragon's Dogma 2, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do enjoy, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, if you like my content, and please be kind and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of my future videos. So let's get this video started. Coming in number 5 is going to be the Troll. I know I fought this guy many times in Dragon's Dogma Online. I even have a video of me going through the playthrough of me actually fighting the Troll. And I don't know, something about the Troll just intrigues me of how it fights. It actually has a pouch that it can actually try to poison you. It can summon other monsters. Of course, there's other monsters that could do the same thing, but I don't know. Something about a Troll, finding it in a big caved area that is literally strictly known for trolls, is actually something really nice that I actually encountered in Dragon's Dogma Online, which for some reason with Dragon's Dogma 2, I would really hope to see a vast variety of monsters, and the Troll would be the number, well, wouldn't say number 1, but would be number 5 on the list of what I would truly like to see. With how it looks, the design, the way it fights, I feel like depending on how they designed Dragon's Dogma 2, I feel like it would be such a huge upgrade to see that in action as well when it comes with the Troll. Even though many people may actually think that the Troll is very simple, I actually do enjoy it and find it a little bit complex. I do tend to like monsters that not a lot of people like, but hey, this is just my list. It's just my list. Next up on the list is going to be Sphinx. Oh yeah, this. I've encountered this so many times, and I fought this countless times in Dragon's Dogma Online as the Shielded Sage. I usually use the Sphinx to kind of practice on any type of vocation that I choose to go with, rather it's the Shielded Sage, the Alchemist, or the Spirit Lance or something like that, or of course the Archer. Well, I think they call it the Ranger and the Fighter. Basically all of the all of the vocations that I used, I always practice on the Sphinx. I have no idea why. Maybe because it's a very easy monster to actually fight by yourself and just your pawns, that I actually would love to see this in Dragon's Dogma 2. I always thought because it was very similar to the Griffin that you would think that maybe, just maybe, that they'll have it in Dark Arisen when Dark Arisen was announced and released. I was actually very hopeful that they could add a little bit more monsters to the original story instead of just putting something towards the end of post-game and stuff like that. But the Sphinx would be on that list of monsters that I would truly like to see when it comes to Dragon's Dogma 2 being announced. With the way it looks, the way it fights, the ailment that it can actually do, even though it doesn't really provide much, even though it kind of puts you to sleep, even though with the Griffin it's very simple. It's just a Griffin. But a Sphinx actually do more. I feel like a Sphinx can be a Griffin though. That's what I'm saying. I think it could be a Griffin. What do you guys think? Do you think that a Sphinx can be a Griffin? Or is it the other way around? Well, that's a good question. That could be a potential idea. Who knows? Let's go on to the next though. Even though in Dragon's Dogma Online, these were part of the whole story, I'm talking about the Orcs. Yeah, I'm talking about the Orcs. I know in regular Dragon's Dogma, we had the Goblins, the Hobgoblins, and stuff like that. But this time, I want Orcs. Because they're huge. They're like goblins in a way, where in Dragon's Dogma Online, you can see them in many parts of course, of the area. And sometimes you could probably see them actually working together with goblins, even though I don't know why that. I don't know if that's even true. Maybe that was a glitch when I was experiencing it with Dragon's Dogma. But anyways, I would truly like to see how the orcs would interact with Dragon's Dogma 2 if they were to have the story that they had now. I would love to see the interactions with that, because the interaction that you had with the orcs and online was actually really, really cool in my opinion. That having it implemented for us would be, I wouldn't really say a blessing, but that would be a really cool feature for it to be part of the story, and then kind of move on from there once, of course, you fight their leader, beat their leader, and then kind of move on from the orcs and kind of move on to a next organization, because I feel like that would kind of add more depth to the story, honestly. From what we was able to get from leaks and things like that, that would be a cool thing to see, in my opinion. I know many people may disagree, some may agree. I'm just saying this is my list. What the fuck am I doing? Coming in second to last is going to be a monster from Dark Arisen. Even though I was contemplating on this one, because I would like to see a Hydra running around doing whatever. But I would definitely like to see, of course, Cockatrice to be more out instead of being in a cave from what we experienced in Dark Arisen. I would love to see that out in the open, because of course within the story you can fight a Cockatrice, fighting, like, of course, attacking Grand Soren and things like that, attacking the capital, and then you basically fight it off, and then you can find it in a cave and you can kill it. But imagine if you can constantly run into it out in the world and you can fight it. Or of course with Dragon's Dogma Online, there's multiple village that you can actually go to, and imagine with those village there's monsters attacking those village, where you can actually have to go out there and protect the villagers from the threat that is threatening them, you know what I mean? So imagine actually going out there knowing that there's a Cockatrice destroying the village and killing the villagers, and you have to fight it off and then follow it, basically like the griffin in Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, where you have to bait it and then fight it, and then it runs off and you go chase it and then you fight it at that tower. I would want that same thing with the Cockatrice, in that concept that I just stated, with fighting the villagers or destroying the village. You have to protect them and then fight it off, and it tries to run away, you fight it to an open area, rather it's in it where it's on an open field or in a cave. However, then you'll be able to fight it and kill it, and then of course you can find it anywhere within the world, regardless of where you are, because the world of Dragon's Dogma Online was ginormous, with all the updates that they had continuously just made the map tremendously bigger and bigger. And I feel like that right there would be the best thing for me, is of course to have a way bigger map than what we had with Dark Arisen, but also fill it up with more monsters, so that of course when you adventure, there's not a lot of areas that are going to be empty, but they would be filled. Even though some are nice when they're empty, because you get these beautiful scenarios or these beautiful views of like cliffs, forests, things like that, or a wide open plain is just very beautiful, then yeah, that's perfectly fine. But in my opinion, I would prefer to have the world to be a little bit more filled up, a tiny, or I wouldn't say a tiny bit, but a little bit, so that when you're traveling, it's not, boring. You know what I mean? And the last but not least, Frost Worm, or the Frost Dragon, that you can only find in the Black Isles of Dark Arisen. Because I know from Dragon's Dogma, I was able to actually fight a lightning dragon, and that was actually kind of badass. But I never actually experienced fighting a an ice dragon in online, but in Dark Arisen you can, which of course I would definitely love to get more elemental creatures in Dragon's Dogma, because of course most likely you experience a lot of fire when it comes to drakes and things like that. Hydra with water, or maybe water. I might be saying some dumb stuff right now, but hey. And of course you have the lizardmen. Now that's water. And you have like Cyclops or ogres or great apes, but that's of course great apes are in what they called online. Dang, I can't even say the word. Like my mind just went completely blank for a second. Oh my god. But yeah, I would love to see more elemental creatures in the world of Dragon's Dogma, because even though the design is strictly amazing, I feel like the variety of the elements should have been better a tiny bit, even though many people, like I said, may disagree, because people may say like, no, it was good the way it is. You need to shut the fuck up and accept it for what it is. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I do accept it for what it is, but I can't. But you have to understand that there needs to be some type of improvement and some addition to the world, the monsters, just everything. Okay, just everything. Well, almost, yeah, everything. But I would love to actually see that in Dragon's Dogma 2. Even though most of this list was just strictly from Dragon's Dogma, well, almost strictly from Dragon's Dogma Online, it's only because I love Dragon's Dogma Online so much that I truly want the same concept, or almost the same concept, for it to be in Dragon's Dogma 2. To have such a huge world to where it's easier to fast travel instead of using the stones to fast travel to certain spots and using portal crystals to put them in different areas of the map. And because that can be tedious if you do not know exactly where to put them at, in order to have fast traveling more, I would say, more convenient for you, instead of being an inconvenience when you do try to travel. But the concept with Dragon's Dogma Online, I would love to see it in Dragon's Dogma 2, with the huge world, different villages that you can go to, which each village you can actually buy different stuff that you normally wouldn't see in the capital or the main area of the game, as well as when you do go out there, you can encounter like plenty of side quests, plenty of monsters to fight with. And I like exploring it. The exploration in Dragon's Dogma 2 does not disappoint, in my opinion. Rather, where you compare it to Dark Arisen, I feel like Online had way better exploration because they had more within the world. You go to a certain area, you fight a big monster, depending on your level, where you can take it or not. And if you want to take the risk, you can. And if you are that level, you want to fight it for experience, you can. Or for materials, because not only where you can actually make your weapons and armor instead of buying them, you can make your pawns do that as well. And I feel like that feature should have been implemented within like updates or something, but I feel like those type of features would be amazing in Dragon's Dogma 2. And now I just come up with a whole new idea. Features from Dragon's Dogma Online that should be in Dragon's Dogma 2. That's it. That's the video. End of discussion. That is it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my list. I know this could be like a type of crappy or shitty list. I'm still like learning how to do top 5s and top 10s. I can never do them right. I can literally never do them right. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys are excited for Capcom Showcase. If you are new and you did enjoy my personality, my channel, my content, please be sure to hit that subscribe button with notifications on so you won't miss any of my future videos, as well as comment what monsters you would like to see in Dragon's Dogma Online. And yeah, I said Dragon's Dogma Online and Dragon's Dogma 2. Jeez, I've been thinking about Dragon's Dogma Online so much that's all I've been saying. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace out and take care, guys.